It's not good news at all. Manchester United have conceded, and it is Kevin De Bruyne in there. Shambolic defending in there for you between Harry Maguire and Alex Telles. Again, Harry Maguire being into that statement of United conceding a goal because of shambolic defending. Poor game reading, and United is behind by a goal. In the 50th minute, that's when Kevin De Bruyne really got that ball into the back of the net, and now Man City are cruising in there. Bernardo, Phil Foden plays it back to find Edson Morales. I'm telling you, I came into this game expecting nothing, because Ronaldo would have been out of this game, but Varane not being into this game, it's something ridiculous and something very scary, because he's our best defender. And when you look at how United is really standing, two defenders, they couldn't mark a player who goes by the names of Kevin De Bruyne in there for you. And in such games, this is when you get to know that you should really bring in a player to play regularly in there. Sancho played in by... Sancho finds Telles, and Paul Pogba into the box, headed out. Harry Maguire lays it back to find Jadon Sancho. Sancho taking on Man City into the 18 yards box area of Manchester United. Can Bruno do something? He passes it to find Freddy. Oh my God! Chance missed. Chance missed by Manchester United. But Freddy and Bruno, it looks like United really have a very good plan in there. And each and every time they reach there, Sancho finds Bruno. Bruno takes his time, plays in Freddy. Freddy does a very good turn, but Edson Morales gets out immediately, quick enough to stop Freddy from really kicking that ball in there. Freddy really did a heavy touch. It was a heavy touch from Freddy. It was a heavy one in there. But let's wait and see how this game is really going to go on. But United is behind by 1-0. Man City is really ahead of Manchester United. And it's bad news for Manchester United, because in such a game, you wouldn't like to really concede early enough. You would like for you to score fast, such that you let Man City open up itself a lot. Now Man City is going to hide that ball a lot. You know how Pep does his things. And then United will have to open itself up. So I really believe that it's not something that United will have wanted. Paul Pogba plays in Bruno. Bruno finds Elanga. Throw in for Manchester United. It looks like Pep Guardiola this time round is going to be so much critical into this game and very much keen, because he knows what happens in between him and Manchester United every time they play against one another. And United look to calm down the pressure, but it has been a stupid mistake. And in such a game, you wouldn't like to concede such stupid goals. Not at all. You wouldn't like to concede such stupid goals. You like to concede a goal when a team has really come onto you and really shown in the balls in there for you. Bernardo Silva fouling in a player who goes by the names of Bruno Fernandes in here. And it's a free kick for Manchester United, not in a threatening position. They are into the center way, so expect nothing much to come from that. But United, let's wait and see how they really perform today. Let's see Ragnick and how he really performs today, because he had really improved a lot. And let's see how we really compete with Manchester City, especially into that midfield battle. Because I really believe that when you have Paul Pogba, when you have Bruno Fernandes, when you have Scott McTominay and Freddy into that midfield, that means you can really come up and compete a lot in there. And the best United can do to themselves is really to give themselves a chance into this one, because Arsenal has just won its game. And there is no way we're going to come out and late us and give us an excuse, because you are paid a lot of money. And a team that is less paid than you, beating you thoroughly like that, it shows that you should all be displaced from Manchester United and taken to somewhere else. But it's 1-0. It's the Matchday live. Manchester United. This is Elanga. And this is Elanga overlapping in here, trying to find out a pass. Chipped into the 18 box area. It finds Freddy. Paul Pogba loses possession in there for you. And it's a foul. The way United are playing is really great, and I really love it because they're really looking up to one another and they're really doing some good passing in there for you, something that would favor Manchester United in here. I really believe that United can come in and really get back because it looks like they have a plan. They are going to use that. They're not going to use that long ball a much, but I really feel like their passing is improving and it's going to be more accurate nowadays because there is no way you can't see this. Telles making a very good interception to find Scott McTominay. Remember, he's just returning from injury. That is Scott McTominay. He's just returning from injury. Harry Maguire. He's the culprit again with Alex Telles into that goal that we conceded because they left a player. I told you that there is no way you really leave out a player like that unmarked. There is no way you're going to do it, and you can't find it anywhere. And the moment you leave that player unmarked like Kevin De Bruyne, he won't give you a chance. This is Sancho. Pass by Bruno, but poor pass. I think would have done better. Bruno Fernandes would have done better. I really believe Bruno would have done better into that side. But when you look at how they really defended, and when you look at that, Harry Maguire had all the authenticity to intervene in that pass, and Alex Telles had all the chance and time to look at this man in there. But all that went in vain, and we conceded stupidly like that. No way. We should defend far much better than that. That's not a goal you're supposed to concede when you're playing a team like Man City because it's like you're making their job easy. You are easing their job. So I really believe that we can do far much better than this. And I really believe that we can take this to the next level. Thank you guys for watching. It's smash the like button, comment and share. Then Kevin De Bruyne has been brought down and it's a foul. Ralf Rangnick on the touchline, coming out and putting up his defense, saying that he was brought here to steady the club and he believes that he has steadied it in there. He's now the captain in control, and I really believe that we've not been conceding lots of goals in there, but this one we've conceded is very stupid. And Elanga, this is Bruno Fernandes. He has been fouled, and Man City are really doing lots of fouls, something that this is unheard of from Man City. When you talk about teams that really come up and foul people a lot, I think it's the main reason as why Jack Grealish was brought into this game. They want to play out a player who goes by the names of Bruno Fernandes because they know everything that United does rotates on Bruno Fernandes. And I really believe that that's their game plan. And he's fouling him. Even Bernardo fouled him. So they are here to foul this man. That is something that I'm really believing in here. Because in a space of just 5 minutes, oh my God, it might be another goal in here. Harry Maguire sliding into that shot and blocking it from a player who goes by the names of Kevin De Bruyne. Manchester United. Trying to do the needful and really get themselves a result from here because they know Arsenal has really won and they have nowhere to hide. Arsenal has won against a side which goes by the names of Watford, a side that United would have beaten but failed to utilize all the chances that they had. And this resulted into this. And United are really trailing back. Thank you guys for watching in. Man City want to kill the pace because this is what they did at Old Trafford. Remember, they came out and said that they didn't even train and prepare for Manchester United because they don't know what we used to play, especially when we are still under the management of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and they say that they didn't know what we used to play in there. But Man City launching an attack in there, Freddie trying to foul someone in here, and Harry Maguire trying to do a very good foul, but the referee has blown the whistle to put United to a save in there. But another sluggish pass from Paul Pogba had really costed United a day. Kevin De Bruyne again on target, and Harry Maguire has been fouled. But good save from David De Gea. Good save. Good shot stopping from the man of the moment. A man who is going to compete for Manchester United's player of the season. That is Manchester United for you. I have nothing to do apart from really going ahead to do the needful and look for a goal, because Man City have eased their game. It's now easier for them to go ahead and do that because that's something that they've done for a very long time. But this reminds me of the game when Jose Mourinho was beaten 2-0 in the first half, and other fans were saying that Mourinho out. And in the second half, United came up with a very, 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 very big dramatic attack, and they really won that game by 2-0. I remember Paul Pogba scored a brace, and a player who goes by names of Chris Smalling scored the winner for United. So never say never, but this side of Manchester United is really looking very, 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 very weak. Wicked mentality, but in the name of players in there. Paul Pogba trying to see out a pass. He finds Elanga. Passes in Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Bissaka crosses. The cross has been blocked very well in here. And United has gone backwards. They are really trying to pass that ball, something that I think Ragnick is improving us a lot, because at least now you can see that United is really passing out that ball and in front of the goal of a team which goes by the names of Man City. We really look great, but we've just failed out to find a particular pass for a particular player in there. Scott McTominay has brought down a player of a team which goes by the name of Man City in here. And it's a foul. Man City start it off. At least you can see United putting up passes that are not really meant for a player to run. You get, they are seeing out themselves well, and I really believe that this is a very big plus to Ralf Rangnick. I really believe that we've come into this game with Jack Grealish cuts inside. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Paul Pogba finds Bruno. Bruno finds Pogba. Pogba. He does that long pass to find Jadon Sancho. What can Sancho give to United? Goal! Jadon Sancho equalizes. This is a sweet revenge to Man City. He has not celebrated as supposed to be celebrating, because this is his home. This is the place where he was at the age of 17 before he left for Borussia Dortmund. But Paul-Ebile Pogba, doing what he does best, he sees out a pass to find a player who goes by the names of Jadon Sancho. But credit Bruno Fernandes for that run. He made a very good run that put off one of the defenders of a team which goes by the names of Man City. Thought that he was really going to pass him the ball in there. And Sancho got some space to cut inside. And he curled it into the back of the net for a team which goes by the names of Man City. United look like they have a plan to beat Man City. And they're executing it right about now. 2 or 3 times they tried it out and it didn't work out. And as we speak right about now, the game is level. It's 1-1 Manchester United. The derby is on. The derby is on. What a very good interplay. United, Paul Pogba taking his time. And when did he last create an assist? By the time he really got injured, he had close to 7 assists in there. And he has added an 8th assist onto him. That is Paul-Ebile Pogba in there for you. A man who is running out of contract in the summer, but he's proving himself. And I think he's fighting for Ralf Rangnick because news came in indicating that he said if Ralf Rangnick remains the manager of Manchester United, then he has all the reasons to stay at Manchester United. And I think he really has a very valid reason because when you look at Ralf Rangnick and how he does his things, you just look at how we are really playing. It shows you that there is a very big improvement in the United side. Rangnick, I think he's loving what United is putting up in here for you. And the way they break down a team which goes by the Man City is something that Bruno trying to find a pass again, headed out. And United has to utilize this side because if at all you don't have Ruben Neves as Man City and John Stones into that central defense, so you're so much exposed. You're so much exposed. You are so much exposed in there. And so that can't leave you the same. That can't leave you the same. That is Grealish. Tries to find a pass to Harry Maguire, does a very good defending in there. A City player slides down, that is Bernardo Silva, without no touch, and he is down. Manchester United have leveled this one in a very good and amazing way. They've leveled it, and as we speak right about now, it's 1-1. I'm sorry, I'm going to change the result onto the screen. I've taken long without changing it. I'm going to change it. But it's level. It's level now. It's level. Manchester United is level with City. It's 1-1. City trying to attack in here. Drawing another plan in here. Headed in. Hits the post. A very acrobatic header from Phil Foden. And David De Gea had thought it was going out, but it really found itself hitting the post of Manchester United, the bar. Look at it. Oh. It would have found itself in the back of the net. Bruno Fernandes putting up a blind pass. They've closed it down and United has possession. Alex Telles chipping it to find Paul-Ebile Pogba. Brushes it, but it's well much defended in there. Harry Maguire shields Kevin De Bruyne very well. Freddie, oh my God. They've done Freddie something that is very much insulting in there. They've passed the ball through his legs. But that's part of the game. It's 1-1. United 1. And a team which goes by names of Man City 1. The game is at Etihad. Grealish blocked. Elanga plays into that ball to find Paul-Ebile Pogba. And it's like Paul Pogba is playing as the false 9 in there. He's playing as the reference point for Manchester United. That is Paul-Ebile Pogba for you. And they're interchanging that role with Bruno Fernandes, the Portuguese Magnifico in there. And I really believe that Rangnick is really a master at this. And if at all he managed to get a result here, He will have done his best in there. And we look at Manchester United failing to score against Watford, and they come and score against a side which goes by the names of Man City. It shows you the level of unseriousness this team is at. You can't fail to score against Watford with all the chances that you created, and you come here and you score against the team which goes by the names of Man City. You get? So the level of unseriousness at Manchester United is way above ordinary. That's what I can say. These are games you have to win. These are games you have to win. And then you come at Man City, and at least when you gather and get a point at Man City, then it would have been okay. Because if at all United won a game of Watford, Arsenal would have gone into this game when United is still in fourth, and they had 1 point ahead of them, and Arsenal needed to go and beat a side which goes by names of Liverpool to see to it that they maybe overtake United, but Arsenal has displaced us. Bernardo. Oh! 2. Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne. United is being put up to the sword again. And this is why people like Rafael Varane are supposed to be into this game. I told you, I'd rather miss Ronaldo into this game but not miss Rafael Varane, because Varane is really a difference. And the way, look at De Gea, that's the first save. And look at people at the 18 yards box area. They couldn't really close down into the 6 yards area. Look at that. Bruno had to be there. Look. We're having very many players at the 18 yards area. They had to come in and attack and close it down. David De Gea did his job, and it's like Kevin De Bruyne gets another penalty to shoot. Oh my God, free ball. That's the second free ball he's getting in the 18 yards box area of Manchester United. That is a player who goes by the names of Kevin De Bruyne. We aren't a serious defense. We aren't really serious. We need to come up and do the needful in there for you. And Kevin De Bruyne gives them a lead again. 30 minutes played so far. United 1. Man City 2. Oh my God. It's going to be another long weekend in there. We tried to put up a fight, but the fight has been pulled to an end in there. Again, the way we're defending is really sick. And you ask yourself in that goal, where are Scott McTominay and, because he's playing as the CDM and Freddy, where are they? They're supposed to be into the same box area, because that ball was stolen at the edge of the 18 box area, and they find themselves out of reach. You get? We should be doing better. These 2 goals are preventable. These are not goals you should be considering against Man City. You get? These 2 goals are preventable because Man City had only 2 players into the defense of Manchester, in the box of Manchester United. United had close to 3 or 4 people in there. How can't we defend such a ball in there? That is something that we should come out and ask ourselves in there for you. We should be doing better on this. We should be doing better. We should be doing better. Alex Telles finds Sancho. Sancho displaces the ball in there. And the way Man City capitalizes on the mistakes that we make, because even this second goal, it has been a mistake that we did. We dropped the ball and they capitalize on it. They have those players that are technically gifted to see out the pass, like you saw what Pogba did. You get? So Man City has like 5, all those 5 players. You see Jack Grealish, Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, all of those, the Mahrezes of this world, they can see out a pass into the defense of Manchester United. So we don't need to come up and really lose a ball, especially on the edge of 18 box area. You rather clear it out to know that, all right, let us organize ourselves better. You get? So I think we should be doing better. These are goals we shouldn't be conceding in there. And it shows you that we are at a level of not competing with Man City. But what has really put us here is that we're in the Premier League and we're playing against them. That's the match we're supposed to be playing against them, because a team that is a midfielder away and you don't get the CDM in there for you, you will see things that are not really going on, that are supposed to be going on, and you wait. I really believe that the two substitutions that Ralf Rangnick is going to make, one of that is going to be Marcus Rashford on the pitch and Nemanja Matic to stabilize that midfield in there. And we're really going to see United playing a far much better football in there, because Matic can give you some good 20 minutes in there for you. That's why I really say that in this game you don't want to see Man City scoring you fast, because if they score against you fast, then things are really going to be far much different. You need to open up yourself. But if at all you really hold this to close to 70 minutes in there for you, then you bring in Rashford and Matic, then they can really do the magic and change things around. You get? So that's my thoughts about this game in there. But 32 minutes so far played. Manchester United trailing by a goal behind a team which goes by names of City. Sancho finding Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire playing in Sancho. Sancho plays it back to find David De Gea. David De Gea plays in Lindelof. We shouldn't be doing mistakes into that area. You see, that's the use of a CDM. No one is coming through the midfield telling David De Gea, pass the ball to me. You get? Because the only way you're going to beat Man City is you have to pass through the central axis. That's why you saw Paul Pogba, while in the central axis, got that ball, and he really put these players down in there. Elanga trying to make a run through these players, but that was a very bad calculation in there. I really believe that he would have to first pass that ball to Bruno in there, because 3 Man City players, you can't go through them like that unless you play that ball into space and burst into space using your pace. And that would have happened after the aid of a player who goes by the names of Bruno, because you give him the ball and then you make a run and he sees you a very good pass because he's good at that. Man City in the lead again here. Remember, they were in the lead and Sancho came in and equalized, and now they're back into the lead, but sluggish defending from Manchester United. Very sluggish defending from Manchester United. And we are again sitting back as usual. Back to default settings. Manchester United, and the referee has blown the whistle. I don't know why. Let's wait and see. Why has he blown the whistle? Why has he blown the whistle? I'm just asking.